Pancakes, actually.
Me Swordsman?
Pancakes.
They're all named Pancakes. Why Me Swordsman? I've actually heard some pretty good things about Me Swordsman.
Swordsman's basically Chrom.
Like, I haven't had really the chance to see much Me Swordsman gameplay myself. Like, I know the Nair is actually pretty nice because that's such a long active hitbox. And, like, there are movesets with a reflector on it. And overall, fantastic airspeed. But
okay, he starts to jump. He's in a great position to go ahead and recover.
We'll find out about the Me Swordsman there. Right now, we got Chrom versus Rob. Teb already being a player with a fantastic sense of pressure, and then you give him a character with, like, Chrom's power and reach, and it gets suffocating to deal with. But
Kiraflax really doing well on his own, understanding how to use the projectiles to keep Chrom out of his space, really trying to take advantage of that neutral air of Rob. So hard to deal with in this game, but stuff stuck at this ledge. There you have Teb barely off the mark with that forward smash attempt.
One thing that's actually going to help Teb quite a bit here is being from Sacramento. He's had to fight Virus's Rob in every iteration of Smash, so he knows quite a bit about the fundamentals of this character. And we see him already showing that by getting through these traps, and oh my goodness, these blows coming from everywhere.
Yeah, that jab ended up going underneath the platform. Unlike Roy, Chrom's jab actually goes underneath the ledge.
I didn't know they actually had different hitbox sizes.
Yeah, I actually just learned this when I was playing Rio.
Oh, interesting.
As you're explaining the fact that his F tilt does the same exact thing.
In any case, jumping over the get-up attack, but Teb doesn't find any further punish. He reads the roll away, but throws up his shield, doesn't have the confidence to drop it.
Goodness, what a trade. The back air, I'm assuming, came in there, took that stock away.
We have ourselves Cloud coming out for Kiraflax, charging a little bit of his limit, but not that much. Hoping to catch an impatient Teb jumping into these back airs. Doesn't work out, though, and just kind of holding his ground, just standing there, which is always surprising, as we pointed out earlier, to see from a player in Ultimate.
Well, that was a nice parry. Only expecting Kira to go with 2 cross slashes, but, you know, Kira committing to the whole thing. Great stuff. Down throw, gonna be. I'm surprised he didn't try to go for the back throw just to really edge guard him at that ledge. Because Chrom having such a linear recovery, could have went with the blade beam because he charged up limit anyway. Yeah,
if anything, Chrom is a character in Ultimate where when you kill them at an honest percent, like, they actually got double value for their stock. Like, they should be dying for an edge
Limit
guard.
went away. Limit went away.
Oh my god, that's what happened.
Kira was trying to recover, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
But I don't think he felt confident.
Well, what happens is, that's the downside of keeping Limit fully charged, right? Is that there's a chance your opponent hits you when there's like 12 seconds left on the timer, and then the timer's gonna go off before you have the chance to actually use the Limit climb hazard. And here we go, though, the Dark Pit now coming out from Kiraflax, having to do work now on the Mii Swords Fighter.
Exciting to see what Teb has found with this character, why he feels so confident in putting it in the squad strike lineup, right? He's going to eat a dash attack and eat an arrow. Very early up B to make it back to that stage.
Not going to be able to find anything further. And Kiraflax having so many years behind his pit. This is actually kind of his ideal character to go into as his anchor. The most likely to handle the most types of matchups.
Okay, down throw leading into the up air. Solid confirmed. Teb moving with this character at the moment. I don't know if he's trying to go for the neutral air or what, but regardless, still getting quite a bit of work. And the pit doing so well for Kiraflax, trying to find his opening as well.
We have just a lot of tornadoes coming out from Teb. The Chakram finally getting himself the opening. We actually hadn't even seen his side B yet.
Oh, wow, that is fast.
He has the choice of what the speed is, it looks like. Yeah, because the first one was slow.
Yeah, I always remember that it was basically a constant speed in the last iteration in Smash 4. Alright, falling out there. They're putting up a shield. Great stuff. Wow! Tornado actually putting him right in front of Teb.
Yeah, and no punish.
He's able to hold on after that dash attack.
Yeah.
Comes down very aggressively with that downer. Not going to make any type of contact. And now we have the Mario.
Yeah, and this is for just like Kiraflax has his pit, Teb has been using Mario since Brawl. This has always been his bread and butter character, and the fact that his Mii Sword Fighter managed to get so much damage on Kiraflax is going to help him substantially in closing this whole game out. But that's assuming he manages to find his way in, because Kiraflax is already blowing up with 55%.
Yeah,
gets himself on the ledge.
That GI, Kira just still getting that confirmed. Ends up going with the back air instead. So aggressive off stage, barely getting away from the forward smash.
Wow, yeah. And this is so big, but good on Teb for like fading back when he's in that disadvantage off stage. He knows that he has the flexibility to hold off just a moment, and Kiraflax is kind of forced to retreat back to the stage and cover whatever recovery arc Teb ultimately chooses.
Okay, G-Pick, I just want to highlight the fact that Teb wall jumped basically off the ledge to go over Kira to make sure he can get back to that stage and get that forwarder, taking game 1 away.
That's what we know Teb for here in NorCal, especially making an explosive entry not even a year into Smash 4 when he arrived to his first Bay Area tournament in Extra Life and just dunked everybody mercilessly. Any PR player we had known, they all fell to that fist. Trevante, I think, managed to barely defend it against Teb at that event, but it left an impression on us, and we've never forgotten Teb since.
All right, we're going to be going into the second game now. Kira, really thinking about his counter picks. I don't really think that he played bad or there was really anything wrong. It just really came down to a couple of those last situations. Teb just got the better of him.
I think the biggest thing for him to look at was his limit charge as Cloud, right? The fact that he kept it on deck for so long actually hindered him because when he lost neutral close to the end of that timer, he wasn't able to recover at all.
No, and he really wasn't able to take advantage of it regardless.
Yeah.
I mean, because when you get limit now, I think it's 15 or 11 seconds.
15
I've heard,
seconds.
Okay, because I've heard both of those numbers.
Okay.
I had to confirm which one was correct. So, no, you really have to be decisive of what you're going to do with it. You can't just hold on to it and just wait for the moment to come to you.
Exactly. It doesn't work as intimidation anymore because the opponent can just run away for that long. They don't have to commit to an option. So, what I've seen work well for Cloud players isn't to get the full limit charge. You get everything but like kind of the last centimeter, right? And either you find yourself in a favorable position where you think, hey, I can let's trap with limit and kill here, and you fill up that last bit, or the opponent hits you. And then in the process of hitting you, it fills up your limit, and you are ready to recover immediately.
All right, here we have the Lucina with Kiraflax this time around, right behind the Rob. But again, the Rob going to lead off against the Claw.
Yeah, and it is the same layout for Teb, the same order, and this is the same matchup that they both opened up with in the beginning of the previous game.
They're both just feeling confident in it. More so, I think Kira just really wants that run back.
Yeah, I think Teb is definitely feeling confident, but he's going to try to pick up off the ledge. He's not going to find anything further off of that. And Kiraflax is returning back to center stage.
Okay, Teb just tossing out the gyro. The F-tilt going to connect as well. Kira has to be careful here. On the ledge, just jumps up. And this Teb had the read on a couple of the defensive options that Kira pulled out, but unfortunately unable to really get there on time.
Just looking for some intimidation with these empty hubs. The Kiraflax isn't giving him anything to play with.
Yo, what laser? Put that thing away. Eat this sword, my man. Forward smash. Ooh, try to go for another F-tilt, but the side B actually coming in the clutch for Kiraflax. That's actually a great tool for Rob this time around. I've seen a couple of Twitter videos, namely from Wadi, where he would actually use it off stage, catch an air dodge or catch really anything, and then kill him off the side.
Yeah, and right there we actually had Teb just do a dash-up F-tilt, just hitting right below the ledge. Kiraflax not ready for that option. Such a good tool for Crom. Being able to... It's essentially even better than his dash attack.
Good forwarder coming out from Teb. It will just land right back down. He has to deal with the Lucina pressure yet again. We've seen it from Larry and Scourge already. Can Kira really keep up the same type of pressure?
It's interesting to see how common Lucina is in Squad Strike. I think it's because she's just such a flexible character that if you have a good neutral sense, you're going to get some guaranteed baseline value out of her.
Forward smash is going to do it for Kiraflax. It's getting rid of that Crom, and we have the Knee Swordsman out one more time.
This time getting himself that Nair, and actually waiting for the air dodge in, but we're not seeing any of the big explosive openings that we know Teb for, you know?
Yeah, really, with this Knee Swordsman, we're finding Teb playing a lot more patient, allowing really the openings to come to him from Kiraflax, tossing out the tornado. We don't see too much of the chocolate, surprisingly.
Yeah. There must be some downside to that move that Teb was afraid of having exploited. Or either that or it's just the superior side of the tornado that he's just preferring to have that projectile out in front of him.
You never know. I actually didn't catch how much end lag there was when he connected it in that first game.
Just jumping over the platform. I think he was expecting Kiraflax to jump at a shield in response to the tornado, but Kiraflax has been holding fast, not afraid to, you know, look for the shield grabs or another at a shield option.
The down throw, the up air is going to connect as well. Kira just threatening right underneath that platform. And Teb understanding he's had to completely run away.
Slowly, you know, Kiraflax is taking control of the game in terms of the percent, and they both have that same neutral position. And looks like Lucina's also going to have an easier time finding these kills between that forward air off stage or perhaps a forward smash or an up B at a shield. So I think it's really, the onus is on Teb to really find himself a method to make this comeback.
I can see what Teb's worried about. I mean, there's a decent amount of lag with that side B, but I think there's still enough for him to go ahead and try to use a little more in the neutral. I think he's just too worried, especially sitting at this percent. If Kira cleanly just jumps over them, he's going to take a big punish.
It's not only that, it's because the tornado is slower, it lets him follow behind it and use it as sort of the opener for whatever pressure he's going to lay on. So having a projectile that's too fast is actually not so great in Ultimate's meta unless you're prepared to just go full camp. He's going to be able to land back on stage with that cross-up nair, though. Caught near this corner again at 166%. Kiraflax still struggling by the kill.
Getting the read on that roll, the forward smash connecting.
How did he know? But Teb looking so solid, going to just fall right into that forward smash, and that's A-okay for him. He did perfectly fine against Kiraflax's pit earlier. He took a bunch of damage, but he found himself that clean
the re-grab right there coming off from Kira, clean 39 immediately out.
Yeah. And there, Kiraflax putting up his shield, not going to be able to get the punish afterwards, though. And Teb now getting his turn to talk to this pit.
Oh, he's really trying to land those uppers. Just want to go ahead and end this game, possibly.
Yeah, but Kiraflax not making that easy with his DI. And, of course, the disjoints afforded to him are going to help him so much.
Teb again landing down with his neutral air. He has to be careful with that, especially the fact that Pit does have a disjoint, and more so the fact that universally you can possibly see that parry.
That's the second time we've also seen Teb use that wall jump maneuver to just skip right by Kiraflax's ledge pressure.
It's a very strong move, especially if your opponent is unwilling to just put a hitbox there.
Yeah, exactly. Like, Kiraflax essentially needs to up smash on that platform to cover it next time, but it's hard because Teb throws out that back air first.
Teb trying to land that forward smash as well, but down throw leading into the forward air.
Oh, no runoff.
Kira giving him a lot of space, unfortunately.
I would like to see Kiraflax actually try to press himself a little bit harder off stage because he has all of those jumps and the up B travels so much distance. So he can do near suicide edge guards and still be okay for it.
Yeah, but we actually seen that from Ido a couple of times on this stream. He would just run down with that neutral air, just wants to clip with the Mario, because if he gets that trade and that single hit, Mario is going to be a little bit too low to recover.
Yeah, and then Pit, he's got those wings. These guys now at death percent. Teb holding on to center stage right now. And this time, Kiraflax going in with a burst option. Teb is not prepared.
It's looking exactly like that last game. Again, Teb so confident in that option. Kiraflax still not pushing a button there.
Yeah, Teb right now getting his full mileage on that. Just
running up with the up smash, not going to connect. Teb using the air dodge to go ahead and grab the ledge.
This time just going to go for a straightforward up air on his way back up to that platform.
Teb just trying to land back down onto the stage. Finally does, running back and forth. Stuck here at this corner. Kira continuously pushing these hitboxes.
Kira actually caves into the pressure because of the dash dancing. He retreats back to the other side of the stage, trying to fire more arrows.
Oh, he's going to get a back air as well. Finds himself right back off stage. Teb, what's going to be the option? Oh, the down air clipping, and the up smash going to catch him there.
Fantastic reaction by Teb. The moment he saw that air dodge animation, he just let it rip. Fantastic awareness, going to be able to clutch that out despite the huge amount of damage on